Hi, and welcome to your weekly SoulBody Reading broadcast for the week of June the 24th through 30th, 2026. Welcome to this week's SoulBody Reading for all sun and rising signs. This week, we're going to be working with Cancer season, so the collective body is listening through the waters, the chest, the stomach, the emotional body, nourishment, memory, safety, and the places where we either receive or protect. We also have Chiron newly in Taurus, bringing attention to the throat, neck, our voice, our worth, money, body security, and right to feel safe inside of the body. Mars also moves from Taurus into Gemini on June 28th. Shifting pressure from the throat and the neck into the breath, arms, shoulders, hands, nervous systems, and our words. Mercury stations retrograde in Cancer on June 29th, asking us to actually review how we speak from emotion, how we receive care, and how our words affect the body's waters. Jupiter's going to enter Leo on June 30th, opening a new heart-led cycle around courage, creativity, visibility, children, joy, and the medicine of being seen. Listen for your sun sign and your rising sign. Your rising sign will usually describe the life area most directly affected, while your sun sign may describe the soul lesson. For each sign, you'll also have an energetic reason, a soul message, a body message, and a short weekly text that you might want to send to yourself. So let's dive in and look at the collective week at a glance. The main signs that we're going to emphasize this week, and the main parts of us that will be emphasized this week, will be found in Cancer. Our body waters, our chest, our stomach, memory, emotional safety, nourishment, mothering, and receiving. Taurus will also be emphasized. Our throat, neck, the jaw, voice, your worth, money, body security, and pacing yourself might be very important. Gemini will also be a real frequency that we're feeling and leaning into this week. Our breath, our arms, hands, shoulders, lungs, nervous system, speech, as well as our messages and texts might all be things that we're paying closer attention to. Leo, our hearts, our spine, our upper back, courage, visibility, as well as our creative life force might be things that we are actually feeling through as the week progresses. In Aries as well, we'll have an emphasis where our head, some inflammation possibly, maybe some identity, some courage that we're working through, maybe an initiation phase, or some personal will issues will come to the forefront for us. The major collective timing for this week is going to be the moon's going to enter Scorpio on June 24th. We're going to have some emotional detox, some shadow work, some elimination, maybe some intimacy and some truth beneath the surface coming out. On June 25th, we're going to have Venus trining Saturn. Our heart is going to be invited into a space of structure with love and with maturation, as well as highlighting creativity with commitment. Also on the 25th, the sun will square Jupiter. We might feel like we're a bit emotionally foggy. We might have some porous boundaries. Spiritual sensitivities, again, could be highlighted. We might also feel a need for rest in our bodies and some discernment deep down in our bellies. On June 26th, the moon's going to enter Sagittarius. Our belief, our hips, our thighs, our actual liver, movement, meaning, and teaching might all be things that we're feeling called to actually be in awareness of. On June 28th, Mars will sextile Jupiter. This will call us to action and expansion. We might feel like we're working together in a new way and that we're moving the message forward. Also on the 28th, Mars will enter Gemini. The body moves from throat pressure into breath, into our arms, our hands, our shoulders, and we might notice that our nervous system language is shifting. On June 29th, the moon will enter Capricorn at 2:18 a.m. Central Daylight Time. Please adjust to wherever you are in the world. Structure, bones, your skin, needs, responsibilities, and embodied discipline might all be in your life, highlighted on this day. On June the 30th, Jupiter is going to enter Leo, and the heart expansion that we all feel and the creative visibility that we seek and the courage and the joy and the radiance that we enjoy actually vibing in will all be present for us and available. Also on June 30th, Jupiter is going to square Chiron. The heart wants to expand, but the body might actually be trying to reveal its worth, its voice, and its safety, and heal some wounds. On June 30th, we're also going to have Mars squaring the nodes. Our words, choices, messages, and nervous system reactions might feel karmic or directional on this day. We're going to talk about plant symbolism for the week of, again, June the 24th through June the 30th, 2026. We're going to be exploring some of Culpeper, Nicholas Culpeper's body herb connections with astrology and how the body can best be supported. Please know that all of this is somatic, symbolic. None of this is medical advice nor any suggestion to ingest any of these plants or these herbs. So as we go forward, in the Culpeper body herb framework, as we talk about this layer for the week, the zodiac signs in this work will describe the regions of the body. And then there's 7 classical planets that describe the plant, symbolism, and the actual energetic function of that plant. This week is going to be strongly watery and very voice-centered. Cancer speaks through the chest. Our stomach is highlighted, fluids, as well as emotional safety. Taurus also speaks, but will speak through the throat, using the neck, the jaw. You might also be speaking through your worth and your body security. Gemini speaks through breath, arms, hands, lungs, nerves, as well as speech. And Leo is speaking to us through the heart, our spine, our radiance, and our creative life force. Cancer season and Mercury retrograde in Cancer are making the emotional body and the body memory our central field. Chiron in Taurus is bringing the wound and the medicine of the throat, voice, worth, and embodiment. Mars entering Gemini moves pressure into the nervous system, breath, words, and hands. Jupiter entering Leo opens the heart and asks whether the body feels safe enough to actually be seen. Our plant symbolism for this week is going to be the moon with Cancer, water lily, lemon balm, and cool lunar symbolism for our emotional waters, our stomach, our sleep, and our softness might aid us this week. Also, Venus, we're going to emphasize Taurus, which brings us to roses, violets, and very Venusian-like softness for our worth, to highlight our throat, also our pleasure as well as our receiving. Mercury and Gemini together are going to bring us some marjoram, some lavender, and some mercurial nervine symbolism for our breath, our speech, our hands, as well as our messages. The sun with Leo is going to shine some rosemary, some marigolds, and bring us some solar symbolism for courage, for the heart, for warmth, as well as visibility. Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto can also be mentioned, but only as modern continuation, not as original Culpeper, because those planets had not been discovered yet. Uranus is speaking to our nervous system, and it might be some shocks along the way. But with that also comes liberation. Neptune might bring us some permeability, some really interesting dreams, some fog, and maybe some subtle body sensitivity. Pluto will be supporting us in our elimination, in detoxing, and in some of our shadow work as well as our regeneration. Weekly collective soul body message. The soul message of the week is: your emotional body is not an interruption, it's an integral part of your intelligence. The body message of the week is: soften the chest, nourish the stomach, unclench the throat, and slow the nervous system before you speak. Cancer season asks us to listen to the waters. Taurus asks us, listen to the voice. Gemini asks us to listen to the nervous system. Leo asks us to listen to the heart. This week, the body might say, I cannot expand from a place that does not feel safe. I cannot speak clearly while I'm swallowing my worth. I cannot be visible if my heart feels unprotected. Here's your weekly text message for the collective consciousness from the cosmos to you. On June 24th, the moon in Scorpio begins the week with an emotional detox. The message is, let the body release what it's been holding quietly. June 25th, Sun squaring Neptune can make the field foggy. The message is, rest before you interrupt. Protect your energy before you respond. June 26th, the moon moves into Sagittarius. The message is, let the body move, change the environment, stretch the hips, and let the truth breathe. June 28th, Mars enters Gemini. Words become movement. Watch rushing, arguing, over-texting, or nervous system speed. June 29th, Mercury will station retrograde in Cancer. The message is, review the emotional meaning behind the words. What did your body hear that your mind dismissed? June 30th, Jupiter enters Leo. The message is, the heart is beginning a new expansion cycle, but Chiron is asking, does the body feel safe enough to be seen? Now we're going to do our soul body weekly readings sign by sign. We'll begin with the Aries sun and rising. Hi Aries, your weekly focus is going to be in terms of soul body, your home, your family, your emotional roots, your body memory, and your inner safety. The collective Cancer energy is activating your fourth house. Mercury retrograde is asking you to review emotional language from the past, your family patterns, and the way that your body stores memories. Chiron in Taurus activates your second house, asking for throat worth money and body security healing. Mars moves into Gemini and activates your third house, turning attention towards texts, conversations, siblings, teaching, writing, and nervous system communication. The energetic reason for you this week is Cancer is activating your fourth house, while Chiron in Taurus is pressing the second, and Mars is entering Gemini in the third. Energetically, the body's moving from emotional root memory into voice, worth, and nervous system communication. Your body herb layer for the week is Cancer is speaking through the chest, stomach, and body memory to you. Taurus through the throat and the jaw. Gemini through the arms, the breath, the hands, and the nerves. Your plant symbolism is to remember lunar lemon balm for emotional waters, Venusian rose for worth, and mercurial marjoram for clear speech. Your soul message for the week, Aries, is you are not weak for needing a safer emotional foundation. Your body message is the chest, stomach, throat, jaw, arms, and nervous system all need softening before action. Your weekly text from you to you. Make your home inside your body before you try to explain yourself to the world. Taurus Sun and Taurus Rising. Hi, Taurus. Your weekly focus is going to be your voice, communication, body identity, and nervous system truth. Cancer energy is going to be activating your third house, bringing words, texts, teachings, siblings, and daily messages into focus. Chiron, newly in Taurus, is personal for you. The body, face, voice, your neck, and your identity are revealing where safety and worth might need healing. Mars moving from your first house into Gemini and your second house, shifting pressure from the body itself into money, values, and self-worth. Your energetic reason for this is Cancer's activating your third house, while Chiron in Taurus is working through your first, and Mars is moving towards your second house. Energetically, the message begins in your throat and becomes a question of self-worth and embodied identity. Your body herb layer for the week is, because Taurus rules the throat, the neck, the jaw, the voice, and body security, we have Gemini adding in the breath, the shoulders, the hands, the nerves. Your plant symbolism will be Venusian rose and violets for softness as well as worth. Mercurial lavender or marjoram might also support nervous system as well as speech. Your soul message for the week, Taurus, is your voice does not need to fight to be real. Your body message for this week is the throat, neck, jaw, shoulders, breath, and stomach are your truth sensors throughout the week. Gemini, Sun, and Gemini risings. Hi, Gemini. Your weekly focus is going to be your worth, your voice, your money, your hidden healing, and your identity. Cancer is activating your second house of worth, money, values, and body security. Mercury retrograde is asking you to review the language that you use around receiving, pricing, self-trust, as well as emotional safety. Chiron in Taurus and Uranus in Gemini bring a hidden to visible healing pattern. What was subconscious in the 12th house now begins affecting your first house identity. Mars is entering Gemini on June 28th, energizing your body, voice, movement, as well as your choices. The energetic reasons behind this Gemini are that Cancer is activating your second house. Chiron in Taurus stirs hidden 12th house body memory, and Mars is entering Gemini. Energetically, private tension becomes visible through the breath, voice, movement, and identity. Your body herb layer for this week is, as Gemini rules the lungs, arms, hands, nerves, and speech, Taurus is going to add in the throat and body safety. Cancer will bring stomach and emotional receiving. The plant symbolism is mercurial herbs for breath as well as messages, Venusian softness for our throat, lunar lemon balm for our stomach. Your soul message for the week, Gemini: your nervous system is becoming part of your identity, not something to override. Your body message: throat, breath, arms, stomach, and hidden tension need pacing. Your weekly text message to yourself: do not move faster than your body can integrate. Cancer Sun and Cancer Rising. Hi, Cancer. Your weekly focus is identity, body, voice, visibility, community, as well as purpose. Cancer season is personal for you. The Sun, Mercury, and Jupiter are activating your first house, bringing attention to your body, identity, name, appearance, vitality, and the way people experience you. Mercury stations retrograde in your sign, asking you to review who you are becoming and how your words affect your body. Chiron in Taurus activates your 11th house of community and future vision. Mars, moving into Gemini and your 12th house, reveals hidden pressure, fatigue, and subconscious nervous system patterns. The energetic reasons for this is that Cancer season is in your first house, while Mercury retrogrades in your sign. Energetically, the body itself becomes the message. Your waters, your voice, protection, and identity are all asking to be repatterned. The body herb layer for you for the week, Cancer, is, as Cancer rules the chest, stomach, fluid, breasts, nourishment, and emotional safety. Taurus is bringing its throat and worth through the 11th. Gemini is adding the hidden nervous system pressure through the 12th. The plant symbolism are moon herbs that are going to support waters in the body and sleep. Venusian rose might help us for belonging, and mercurial herbs might help to support quiet mental release. Your soul message for the week: you, Cancer, are allowed to become someone your old emotional patterns do not recognize. Your body message for the week: chest, stomach, throat, heart, nervous system, and hidden exhaustion need protection. The weekly text message for you from you: your sensitivity is not the problem. Lack of containment is the problem. Leo Sun and Leo Rising. Hi, Leo. Your weekly focus is going to be hidden healing, spiritual rest, heart opening, and new visibility. Cancer energy is activating your 12th house, making this a quieter, more spiritual, subconscious week. Rest, closure, dream work, hidden grief, and emotional clearing matter. Jupiter is entering Leo on June 30th, beginning a new first house expansion cycle around identity, body confidence, visibility, as well as radiance. Chiron in Taurus is activating your 10th house, healing your voice, worth, and body safety around public work and leadership. The energetic reasons for this: Cancer is activating your 12th house before Jupiter enters Leo and opens your first. Energetically, the hidden waters need care before the heart can fully expand safely into visibility. Your body herb layer for this week, Leo, ruling the heart, as you know, spine, upper back, radiance, and your vital heat. Cancer is going to add sleep, some deep dreams, your chest, stomach, as well as emotional clearing. Plant symbolism to best support you. Solar plants, rosemary, marigold for heart courage, lunar lemon balm to help us to rest, some Venusian rose for softening public pressure. Your soul message for this week. Before you become more visible, the hidden body needs care. Your body message for the week. Heart, spine, upper back, chest, stomach, throat, and sleep rhythms all need tenderness. Your weekly text message from yourself to yourself. Let the unseen part of you be nourished before the world asks for your light. Virgo Sun and Virgo Risings. Hi, Virgo. Your weekly focus is going to be on community, future vision, faith, public work, as well as rest. Cancer energy is activating your 11th house of community, audience, groups, networks, as well as future dreams. Mercury retrograde asks you to review where do you belong and whether your community supports your emotional body. Chiron in Taurus activates your 9th house of faith, teaching truth, belief, and meaning. Mars enters Gemini and your 10th house, energizing career visibility, public voice, and leadership. The energetic reasons for this are Cancer's activating your 11th house, Chiron in Taurus activating the 9th, and Mars enters Gemini in the 10th. Energetically, community, belief, and public voice are asking your nervous system to stop performing usefulness and start choosing alignment. Your body herb layer for this week. Virgo rules belly, your bowels, digestion, sorting, and assimilation. Cancer is adding the emotional belonging. Taurus is bringing in the truth and the throat to speak the truth. Gemini is adding the public speech as well as the breath. The plant symbolism that could support you, Mercury herbs for discernment, Venus herbs for softening the voice, and lunar herbs for your emotional waters. Your soul message for the week, Virgo, is your future needs people who can hold your sensitivity, not just your usefulness. Your body message, nervous system, digestion, hips, throat, and public performance, stress, all require a need for regulation. Your weekly text message from yourself to yourself. You are not here to be useful to everyone and everyone in the room. You are here to align with the right people and the right one. Libra Sun and Libra Rising. Hi, Libra. Your weekly focus this week will be career visibility, relationship contracts, intimacy, and truth. Cancer's activating your 10th house of public work, reputation, calling, leadership, and visibility. Mercury retrograde is asking you to review your professional voice and emotional relationship to being seen. Chiron and Taurus activating your 8th house of intimacy, shared resources, fear, grief, as well as deep transformation. Mars is entering Gemini and your 9th house, energizing your teaching, your publishing, travel, belief, as well as truth speaking. The energetic reasons for this are Cancer's activating your 10th house, while Chiron in Taurus is activating the 8th, and Mars is entering Gemini in the ninth. Energetically, your public voice must come from emotional truth, not polished survival. The body herb layering for you this week, Libra rules the kidneys, the loins, the lower back, as well as balance. Cancer adds public emotional visibility into the mix. Taurus brings deep throat as well as worth, your healing. Gemini is bringing the truth speaking. And the plant symbolism to support you would be Venus herbs for balance and softness, Moon herbs for public emotional waters, and Mercury herbs for teaching and to support your voice. Your soul message for this week, Libra. Your calling is asking for emotional truth, not polished performance. Your body message for the week is coming from the chest, the stomach, the throat, pelvis, hips, and nervous system. Stress around visibility need care. Stress around visibility needs care. Your weekly text that you would send from yourself to yourself. Let your public voice come from the body, not from the need to be approved of. Scorpio Sun and Scorpio Rising. Hi, Scorpio. Your weekly focus is faith, teaching, relationships, intimacy, and public recognition. Cancer energy is activating your ninth house of belief, spirituality, higher learning, travel, publishing, and teaching. Mercury retrograde is asking you to revisit what you believe and how emotional truth shapes your message. Chiron and Taurus is activating your seventh house, bringing body safety and worth themes into greater partnership. Mars enters Gemini and your eighth house, intensifying intimacy, shared money, grief, desire, and shadow work. The energetic reasons for this are that Cancer is activating your ninth house, Chiron and Taurus is activating the seventh, and Mars entering Gemini in the eighth. Energetically, belief, partnership, intimacy, and shadow all ask for a deeper truth than the old story could possibly hold. Your body herb layering for this week is that Scorpio rules the genitals, the bladder, elimination, poisons, as well as deep release. Cancer adds faith carried into the emotional body forward. Taurus adds relationship, voice, and safety into the week. Gemini is going to add nervous system intimacy. Our plant symbolism would be nettle, which would be a Mars-led for boundaries, Moon herbs for our emotional truth, Venus herbs for relational softness. Your soul message for the week, Scorpio. Your truth is changing because your emotional body is changing. Your body message for the week. Hips, thighs, liver, throat, pelvis, reproductive organs, and elimination pathways all need conscious release. Your weekly text message from yourself to yourself. Do not let old relationship wounds decide how much truth you're allowed to speak. Sagittarius and Sagittarius Sun and Rising. Hi, Sagittarius. Your weekly focus is going to be intimacy, detox, work, health routines, partnership, and truth. Cancer energy is activating your eighth house of intimacy, shared resources, emotional depth, grief, sexuality, and transformation. Mercury retrograde is asking you to review emotional contracts and places where your body has absorbed too much. Chiron and Taurus activates your sixth house of work, daily rhythm, health habits, service, and body maintenance. Mars enters Gemini and your seventh house, energizing partnerships, clients, mirrors, and direct conversations. The energetic reasons for this are that Cancer is activating your 8th house, Chiron and Taurus activating the 6th, and Mars entering Gemini in the 7th. Energetically, your body wants to renegotiate old emotional contracts instead of overriding them with belief or loyalty. Your body herb layering for the week. As Sagittarius rules the hips, thighs, liver, movement, and meeting, Cancer adds intimacy, grief, and body memory. Taurus is going to bring our daily body safety check-ins as well as our throat. Gemini is going to add some relationship-triggered nerves that we might note. Plant symbolism, Jupiter herbs for meaning and restoration. We might use some moon herbs for release and Venusian herbs to support our body trust. Our soul message for the week, Sagittarius: transformation does not require abandoning your body. Your body message for the week: pelvis elimination, gut, throat, neck, hips, and relationship-triggered nervous system reactions need great attention. A weekly text message that you might send to yourself from yourself. Your body is allowed to renegotiate what your loyalty once tolerated. Capricorn Sun and Capricorn Rising. Hi Capricorn, your weekly focus is going to be relationships, emotional mirrors, creativity, work rhythms, and heart repair. Cancer energy is activating your 7th house of relationships, clients, partnerships, and emotional mirroring. Mercury retrograde is asking you to revisit how you communicate needs, care, and boundaries with others. Chiron and Taurus is activating your 5th house of heart, joy, children, creativity, romance, and self-expression. Mars enters Gemini and your 6th house, energizing work, routines, health habits, and daily nervous system pacing. The energetic reason for this is that Cancer is activating your 7th house. Chiron and Taurus is activating the 5th, and Mars is entering Gemini in the 6th. Energetically, relationship mirrors the body's need for practical care, heart repair, as well as a steadier daily rhythm. The body herb layer is that Capricorn rules the knees, bones, skin, structure, as well as chronic patterns. Cancer is adding the relational waters. Taurus is adding heart worth and creative voice. Gemini is adding in the rhythm and the nerves. Plant symbolism, Saturn herbs to help for structure, moon herbs for emotional care, Sun and Venus symbolism for the heart and for the pleasure. Your soul message for the week: relationship is not meant to pull you away from your body. It should reveal where care is needed. Your body message: chest, stomach, heart, throat, hands, arms, digestion, and work stress need rhythm. Your weekly text message from yourself to yourself: let love become practical. Let care show up as consistency, not emotional guessing. Aquarius Sun and Aquarius Risings. Hi Aquarius. Your weekly focus is work, health routines, home, partnership, body repair, and visibility. Cancer energy is activating your 6th house of work, health routines, service, daily habits, and body care. Mercury retrograde is asking you to review how your emotional body affects productivity and inflammation patterns. Chiron in Taurus activates your 4th house of home, family, roots, and inner safety. Mars enters Gemini and your 5th house, bringing energy to creativity, heart, children, romance, play, and expression. Jupiter enters Leo and your 7th house, opening a new relationship and a new client growth cycle. The energetic reasons for this are that Cancer is activating your 6th house, Chiron and Taurus is activating the 4th, and Mars enters Gemini in the 5th. Energetically, the daily body, your home body, and your creative heart all need a safer nervous system pattern. Your body herb layer for the week, as Aquarius rules the calves, the ankles, circulation, spasms, and nervous electricity, Cancer adds the stomach, routines, as well as inflammation patterns. Taurus adds the awareness of throat safety, as well as home body safety. Gemini adds heart expression through the breath as well as through the hands. The plant symbolism for you, mercurial herbs for nerves, lunar herbs for stomach waters, Venusian herbs for rooted safety. Aquarius, your soul message for the week, your daily life must become safer for your body. Your body message, digestion, stomach, chest, throat, heart, spine, and home-based nervous system patterns need attention. Weekly text message that you might send from yourself to yourself. Build routines that protect your light instead of routines that drain it. Pisces Sun and Pisces Rising. Hi Pisces, your weekly focus is going to be your heart, creativity, voice, home, money, and embodiment. Cancer energy is going to be activating your 5th house of heart, creativity, children, joy, romance, and self-expression. Mercury retrograde is going to ask you to revisit how safely you let your heart speak. Chiron and Taurus will be activating your 3rd house of voice, writing, texts, teaching, and nervous system communication. Mars entering Gemini in your 4th house during your home, your family, your body memory, and emotional roots. Saturn and Neptune in Aries activate your 2nd house, asking for spiritual and practical structure around money, values, and worth. The energetic reasons for this are that Cancer is activating your 5th house, Chiron and Taurus is activating your 3rd, and Mars enters Gemini in the 4th. Energetically, joy wants to become a healing language, but the nervous system needs home-level safety before the heart opens fully. The body herb layer for this week for you is Pisces rules feet, lymph, dampness, permeability, and dissolution. Cancer adds the heart waters and the creativity. Taurus adds the voice and nervous system messages. Gemini adds family and root conversation. Your plant symbolism is moon herbs for waters, Venus herbs for your voice and heart softness. Mercury herbs will help to support breath and speech. Your soul message for the week, Pisces, your heart is becoming a clearer messenger. Your body message for the week, heart, spine, chest, stomach, throat, breath, arms, and home-based tension needs softness. A weekly text message that you might send from yourself to yourself. Let joy become a form of healing, not something that you postpone until everything is resolved. This week asks every sign to listen to the body before the story becomes too loud. Cancer tells us, nourish the waters. Taurus says, protect the voice. Gemini says, regulate the nervous system. Leo tells us, let the heart be seen when it feels safe enough. Through the old body wheel, the body is not separate from the sky. The chest, throat, breath, and heart are all speaking to us this week. Listen symbolically, gently, and with discernment. Your imprint for the week: my body is safe to speak. My heart is safe to be seen. My waters are nourished before my words move into the world. Have a blessed week.